iRacing just released their 2022 Season 1 build. With it came the Mercedes AMG F1 W12 car. This is the car that's currently being raced in F1 by Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. The W12 is powered by a 1.6-liter turbo V6 hybrid engine producing over 1,000 horsepower, and now you can race it yourself in iRacing. This car is amazing no matter what you think, from how beautiful it is to its handling and its performance. iRacing went to full length to capture every detail of this amazing machinery, and that's thanks to the deep cooperation between them and the Mercedes AMG F1 team. When you go out on track with this car, or you take it through the slow corners, you have to be careful on the throttle, as the car feels like it's still on ice skates. But once you're up to speed, this is when the beast wakes up and demands you drive it as fast as you can. With its limitless grip and high-speed corners, it's begging you to keep the throttle down to the metal. I felt I was able to get up to speed quickly in this car, the more time I spent in the seat and discovering the limits. Now, this is a good thing when you compare this car to the other modern F1 cars that iRacing has to offer, that only the aliens could really master. The baseline setup is very good right out the gate, and it's going to make you competitive in the lobbies. With people with better setup knowledge, I'm sure they can get much quicker lap times than me. When you're driving, this car has many different settings that you have to manage to get the most out of it, but you have to think of it strategically. For example, when it comes to the MGU deployment, you have 5 different settings to switch between. You have Don't Deploy, Quali, Attack, Balanced, and Build. Each setting deploys and harvests energy in a different manner. For example, Quali constantly gives you an extra boost and barely harvests any energy. And you have Build that's on the other side of the spectrum, which is constantly harvesting energy and gives you just a lesser boost. This comes in really handy when you're setting yourself up for a pass. For example, when you're in the twisty parts of the track, you can be in Build to charge your battery, so when you get to the straight, you can go into Attack and set yourself up for a pass. You also have different settings for your brakes and diff to make it easier going to each stage of the corner. Now, all this can seem pretty daunting to learn, but it wouldn't be a proper sim if iRacing didn't include all these in-car settings. It's really hard to find any faults with this car. My only complaint would be how slippery the car is on starts and slow speed corners. But it does have a 1,000 horsepower engine strapped to your back, so I can understand it and it makes sense. I've really enjoyed turning laps in this car and getting to grips with it. I haven't had this much fun in a car in a long time. And for me, this is arguably the best car released in a sim this year. So kudos to iRacing's efforts and dedication for bringing this car to the sim so everyone can enjoy it.